right, welcome back, everyone. 2024 High School Esports Championship, State of Washington. We're live from the Emerald Queen Casino in beautiful Tacoma, Washington. It's my neighborhood. Isn't that cool? It's a big, awesome esports event in my neighborhood. We've had a lot of awesome gameplay on the stage so far. Valorant and League of Legends. Well, now it's time for the Hype Fest. That is Super Smash Brothers. Any Smash Brothers fans in the house? All right, so we're gonna get into a quarterfinal here. And without any further ado, let's get back into the gameplay. We're gonna have Nooksack going up against Lake Stevens. Super Smash Brothers quarterfinals. Let's send it over to Soy at the commentary desk.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WSSEA Spring Championship. We are getting underway here momentarily for the Super Smash Brothers bracket. My name is Soy. A student caster will be joining me shortly. Now, Void, I believe, right? Void Soda?
Void Soda, that would be me.
Joining us on the desk here from Nooksack. Now, this matchup here, you guys advance to the round of 8. You guys get a matchup now against Lake Stevens, 4 seed versus 13. What I find interesting about this matchup, I've been going through asking teams what the rosters kind of look like. And it feels like you've got a very different or diverse set between each school here. For your guys' squad, Terry, Lucario, Game & Watch, Pikachu, Sephiroth, a lot of characters that have a lot of offensive prowess, where on the flip side, it feels like Lake Stevens have a lot of characters that are very strong in the punish game. You've got characters like Piranha Plant, Jigglypuff, Steve, Game & Watch again. So it feels like there's a sort of a different philosophy between the two teams.
Yeah, that definitely checks out. I would say I think a lot of our players are just naturally like the more aggressive play style. They don't really like to be more spaced out and zoning. So I think that's probably why it kind of comes off like that. But I think it's going to be interesting games to see those two different play styles clash out.
And speaking of those players, we're getting into our first match, round number 1, best of 3. G versus Axe. G for the side of Nooksack. Lake Stevens sending in Axe on the Pyramithra here. Noted that they also have a Pocket Cloud there, but we'll see how they do. Lucario, always interesting to me. Don't see a ton of it at the collegiate scene or really at the professional level, but a very high ceiling for this character, a character that really thrives off of those comebacks.
Absolutely, and as of right now, he's not quite at max aura, but he is about to be. You'll be able to tell when the flames coming out of his hand start to have some tints of purple, but as aura works, the more percent he has, the stronger all of his moves get. So this is where he really strives, is to just get those, start off kind of like trying to figure out how the enemy plays. So he is at max aura right now, trying to figure out how the enemy plays, and then once he has that max aura, really adapt to that situation and just try and put in as many hits as possible and deal as much damage as possible.
And on top of that too, aura also active in terms of the stock count. You can see at the bottom of your screen 3 stocks apiece for these types of matches, but also if they're trailing in that stock count, it comes online even sooner. Right now sitting at 145, make that 152. Will be able to survive the side beam. Will be able to weave around, dash attack to knock the Pyra off stage. Axe able to survive. Switching to Pyra, the splash hitbox will connect, and down goes stock number 1.
Pyra up B is a very interesting move to me. It's not the best recovery, since it does send you straight back down and it goes straight up. But when you have Mithra's up B and Mithra's side B to accompany that, it can really work as a recovery. But it does kill very early. It is a really hard hitting move. And it's very easy to hit, too, with that splash damage and the fact that it reaches through platforms on taller characters.
It is a large hitbox to try and weave around. G's able to do so right now as side B will connect again. Another up B used, tries to punish with the up smash. These up smashes really wanting them, but unable to land them, and they'll get punished for it. A neutral B will kill, and that means it's a 3-1 stock lead.
See, I'm surprised that Axe here is sticking to Mithra. I feel like at this high of percent, you would see a switch to Pyra to try and tank those hits better, especially against Lucario, who, now that he's down 2 stocks, gets Aura way quicker than he normally would. So like now he's at max Aura and is able, not max Aura, sorry, very close to it though, is able to put out a massive amount of damage. Here we go, with a fully charged neutral B, taking the first stock on Axe.
Stock 1 down on Axe, but still substantial lead to try and surmount here. This is what Lucario is made for, right?
Absolutely.
These types of comebacks where trailing 3-1, still have that rage, still have that aura, now potentially available. They do find a forward smash there, so decent chunk of damage landed, but still a large road to try and come back from. 67% on Axe here, still controlling the neutral. Mithra, very fast character, can certainly get in, but now the switch over to Pyra, and this is where things get very dangerous. So much knockback on the character, but they will survive that command grab. Whoa.
And the up smash kill. He is starting to make a comeback now. And it is Lucario. This is, like you said, this is absolutely what Lucario is designed for, is the comeback.
That range, that neutral B was everything to interrupt that forward smash. I mean, that forward smash can kill so early, and so can a neutral B.
Oh, but not quite.
Won't be able to do it quite yet. 125, make that 140 off the side B. 44% on Axe too, so not a lot of rage in their kit. It's a little bit more.
Is at max Aura as well. Gets the command grab. It is a very high knockback hit, but not quite enough.
Side B with Mithra doesn't do a ton, but the
slash
hitbox will connect on the up B, and it will be Axe to take game number 1.
Lucario G there did almost make a comeback, I saw. He very quickly lost his first 2 stocks, but also very quickly took those 2 stocks back and really almost bounced back there. I think that's like you said, that is exactly what Lucario is designed for. I think Lucario is one of the characters that strives best in that department, is coming back from what seems like an impossible game to win.
One thing that G, I think, was doing really well in that first game was finding the up smashes. They were not landing early, but the second they were forcing Axe to recover high, all of a sudden, they started catching those up smashes, particularly on that platform, looking for it very frequently.
Absolutely, and it does with the higher aura you have, the farther his up B goes farther, his side B goes farther, and his smash attacks, I believe, go specifically up smash and forward smash do go slightly farther. But you can see, like right there, even without aura, it still reaches through the platform, so he can get some picks like that.
The other thing, too, landing as many command grabs as they did. Being able to get in on a sortie as a brawler, right? That's the rock, paper, scissors of it, right? Sorties traditionally struggle against those with projectiles because they can't get in. Brawlers struggle against sorties because they get outranged. But in this case, the speed kind of makes up for it, and now they're able to get in, get those command grabs, get that damage online even faster. And Pyra Mithra, not the heaviest of characters, as an SD for both sides. A little bit of a homie stock here as we go to Kalos for game 2.
Interesting to see homie stock in an official match like that. Never seen that. At least I've never physically seen it. I've seen that in Twitch streams and all that, but never firsthand like this.
Well, it goes to show, I mean, the camaraderie, right? Because I've been seeing all day, everyone in that corner for Smash has been cheering and just, it is quite the atmosphere over there. It is so fun to see. That's going to be a stock there. Hold on to the ledge for too long. You lose your invincibility, and that hitbox again comes in clutch.
Interesting to see the Kalos pick here. I know from experience G does love Kalos. I'm not entirely sure why. I think he likes the idea that there are platforms, but they are off to the side, which means they don't get in the way, but they can give him some recovery options and some ledge trapping and edge guarding options as well.
Lucario also one of the few characters that can cling to a wall for that extra moment as well on that recovery. Very vertical recovery on Lucario, but I do also think, on a stage, Kalos is known for having a very tall ceiling, and when you think about how Lucario, especially how G likes to take his stocks with things like the up smash, seems questionable at times, but certainly a comfort pick, and when your back is against the wall, you do tend to rely on comfort. We'll see what they are able to find here as they find a forward tilt. That projectile will connect.
Doesn't kill.
Oh, side B won't be able to get the distance though, so it will end up taking the stock. And once again, G keeping it close enough. One stock differential here, and with all that rage, all they need is one opening.
Does have max aura, so I really think he is just waiting for that opening. He doesn't want to get punished for doing anything slow and having to suffer from the pains of NLAG.
Very different too, right? With the regular season being mostly played online and now coming to LAN, seeing everyone in person, it's a different aura, a different atmosphere. But Axe is thriving in it as he will take down G and win the opening series in 2 games.
So that was a good match. I feel like both players had some very good moments. G did almost come back in that first game. That was really exciting to see. maybe not the best.
Pivotal stocks on the replay for the OB stock, but still, it was a very close game yet again, and it is interesting to see how it felt like Axe was able to take early leads, but G, playing to the strengths of their character, was able to bring it back, bring it close, make it respectable. They do get JV'd, unfortunately, here in game 2, but still, it felt like they were never out of the match.
Right, it felt like that no matter what had happened, it was still mostly anybody's game. And that's just how these characters are. Is Pyra, Aegis do tend to get those really early leads and tend to start off with a lot of damage. But Lucario's the complete opposite. He can start off to kind of take some time to really just analyze what his opponent is doing and take that second to last or even last stock to put out the damage. And here we see Evil Melon as Pikachu against S-Wheat on Piranha Plant with Evil Melon on Nooksack and S-Wheat on Seadro. What do you think of this matchup? What's it calling to you?
This, to me, is the perfect example of what we were talking about earlier of offense versus defense, right? Pikachu is unrelenting. Combo strings, the number of multi-hits, the damage they can rack up very quickly. But if they overstep once, if they continue to trade with Piranha Plant, I mean, Piranha Plant is literally, the plant that is the Venus flytrap, right? Once you are in the thick of it, you take a ton of damage. It's exampled by the neutral B, the side B. So a very interesting dichotomy between the two, as nearly able to connect on that neutral B, but that projectile just unable to land. Can't get that one to fall either. Back hit of up smash connects, and they end up going too far. The up air, it's traded out for a moment. Still at 92% here. Both characters with rage. How do they play around the red?
Oh, barely. That looked like they were both going to die there. Both lose a stock. It's interesting.
Yeah, up air, one of the few moves on Pikachu that really doesn't have a lot of knockback there. It's more of a combo move, and thus it ended up hitting S-Wheat away, which meant the Patui, that spike ball, could fall down, hit Evil Melon, and take that first stock. The outright forward smash will tack on a little bit more percentage here, so Evil Melon looking for a way to try and tie things up, and struggling to do so. This Piranha Plant, a tanky character, 180 is the percent they're surviving at, but they will die to this down smash, nowhere to land once the platforms disappear.
Yep. That's the great thing about Town and City, is how when the platforms move, a different character could be completely favored. With someone like Sheik or Pikachu, maybe you wouldn't want platforms, but someone like perhaps, say, Sephiroth would want platforms. And so that matchup is constantly changing as the match goes out. And where the platforms are can really change how the matchup goes. That's why I really like this map. It's a very interesting map. It's very fun.
It's a very frequently picked stage, not just in terms of competitive play, but I feel like it's like second to PS2. I feel like this stage gets a lot of action. But that was a massive thunder. The down B connects, and that will give Evil Melon the lead.
He does love his thunder kills. Here we go, starting off the back air chain, getting saved by the Town and City platform. Hate to see that.
I saw the timeline where he rolls out and gets caught by that back air again, and it's like that string never happens. But he rolls in and is able to the alternate timeline. But here, Still 2-1 lead. Evil Melon, though, really starting to apply that pressure. But again, the multi-hits betray them. That Patui doing so much work in this set.
I've noticed as well, Evil Melon does love his multi-hits. He plays a lot of characters off the side of Pikachu that also kind of have a similar playstyle, that multi-hit, fast and getting big combos character. But I feel like absolutely Pikachu is his strongest, and it shows in his gameplay. There we go. That was, I believe that was a Nair drag down into up smash.
Yep, Nair drag down into up smash, and not just any up smash, turnaround up smash too. If he gets the back hitbox, it likely doesn't kill, but the fact that he turns it around there means he gets the strong hit, which secures game number 1.
Do love to see the Nair drag downs. He always has been very good at those. I normally see it end in down smash. I was really surprised to see a turnaround up smash. Very impressive though.
And you know, Pikachu, one of those characters that I feel like in terms of the pro scene, you know, some early action, right? Everyone kind of caught on to this character very early, saying, oh, this character's got combos for days and they've got kill power. But I feel like nowadays it's more falling out, mostly because of the weight of this character. Pikachu, very, very light.
Absolutely, yes. Pikachu. He is incredibly light. So, yeah, we saw like with Patui down, I don't think he got hit by any actual down beats, but Patui in forward smash would send him very far off the stage.
I think for Esui in this one, we did see a couple forward smashes land, but they're landing at 0.
Right.
So you do get the damage, but there's no real powerful knockback to it at that range. So
and no real way to confirm it like into anything, because they've already been knocked back too much to really confirm it into like an aerial or even a tilt.
We'll see if they're able to maybe change that part of their game plan up here. Evil Melon trying to take back the series and tie things back up. That 2 apiece could be interesting to see. But we go to the other Animal Crossing stage. This one's Smashville. That platform staying right in the dead center and not moving.
I wonder if, considering how we saw Piranha Plant lose a stock, just barely surviving that Patui. Patui is an interesting, the projectile itself is really interesting. It can be hit, and it will register as a hit, but I don't think it knocks it back very far, opposed to like King Dedede's Gordo, where hitting it will send it basically the complete opposite direction. Speaking of Patui and other projectiles, does lose a stock to it. Does manage to get the, I believe it was 2-frame forward smash. Oh, gets hit by the Thunder Jolt and can't quite recover. Just went barely too low.
Dipped a little bit too far. That air dodge gets caught. 144 here, Esui. Oh,
there we go.
Caught there, right? Wanted to weave into the Pikachu to get a little bit of damage with that up B or potentially go to the ledge, but then the forward smash, that lingering hitbox just stays in the perfect place. So very well executed by Evil Melon to take that stock back, giving themselves a chance here, but still 2-1. And characters like Piranha Plant, I think kind of fall into that category like Snake, right? Where they often want to try and kind of trade their way to victory.
Right. No, it's very, Piranha Plant has always been a very interesting pick to me, because you don't see a lot of Piranha Plants, but it's interesting because the Piranha Plants that I do see tend to be very good at Piranha Plant, which is really interesting. It says a lot about the character. But you are absolutely right. It does have that playstyle of just wanting to kind of trade back and forth and then just take the last stock.
Very difficult to come back from. Oh, they'll get the snipe on the Patui that time around, which means Esui wins game 2, and this series is going to game 3.
It is. I'm really excited to see how this goes. So this will be map pick for Evil Melon, and I believe that means that he cannot pick Town and City, if I'm correct.
Right, I believe DSR is in effect, and thus they cannot go back to this stage in particular. DSR basically being, once you win it on a stage, you can't go back to it unless you gentlemen's to it anyway. One of those weird rules, but anyway. You know, it is interesting to see for these schools. You know, one of the things I love about an event like this is that you can hear both sides cheering for each other, right?
It is really fun to listen to.
We're getting the Nooksack pop-offs and the Lake Stevens pop-offs, and you can just feel that energy on stage. And it's one thing when you're, you know, all playing together, but you're doing it online, right? It's like, okay, if you're in the same room watching your teammates play, like, you're cheering for them, but it doesn't have quite the same aura as now being on the stage and seeing the face of your opponent.
And especially during our games, we tend to like it when we're at meets and it's like mostly pretty quiet in the room and then have the cheering happen like after the game ends. But I think a lot of us, especially me, I really do thrive off of hearing, you know, the cheers of my teammates. We do see Piranha Plant picking up some very early high damage. Doesn't quite land with up-B there.
Yeah, tried to string him along for a little bit of extra percent there, unable to do so, but still jumping out to an early lead, which is more or less what we've seen from SWE, right? He's able to take the first stock usually, and seems like it's trending that direction now at 113 to 35. The Smash is one of those games where all you need is one stock, and he's still not able to secure it off of that Patui trade.
Yeah, we see EvilMelon getting hit by a lot of Patuis, but weirdly enough, not dying to a lot of them. I've seen a lot of cases where he just barely survives them.
There's that multi-hit drag down you were looking for. Thunder doesn't land this time around, though. Trickier on a setup like that. And there's the down B, first one of the day landing. First time they were able to really call them out. Just good positioning and good call out by SWE.
Yep. Down B is a difficult difficult move to land. It's not easy. It's very slow, and once you start moving it to the side, you can't stop it. You can't move it back, so you kind of have to time it as well. So it's really interesting to see how he can benefit from that.
I like the use there of forward smash to hit back the Patui there.
That's really smart, yeah.
Although it does not end up hitting Piranha Plant, still the fact that you just negate that projectile entirely. Good use of that forward smash. They use that up B to get in. They can't land the neutral air cleanly, though. Again, that neutral B, the fact that it comes out so quickly, that projectile active almost instantly, means that every approach EvilMelon has, he has to go in with just that little bit of fear.
Absolutely. Does pick up a stock on SWE there with the forward air. Forward air is a really interesting move on Pikachu. It has a pretty decent amount of knockback, but it is also a really good, it's really good in combos, and I see it used a lot by especially EvilMelon to end combos. Does get hit by another down B though. We've seen a lot of down B hits from SWE here.
Yeah, second one connecting. A couple of found shield like that, but like you said, it's really the first time this series that they are landing. A little bit of thunder damage there as well.
A bit of an up air chain.
Maybe a chance for an edge guard here. No tech on the stage.
Stage spike. Nice. This is still very winnable. I feel like this is anyone's game at this point. EvilMelon did manage to take that stock back very quickly.
Huge for EvilMelon to bring things back here. And again, we've seen those tech scenarios have been ways to make these types of comebacks. We saw it earlier in the day in round number 1. Now a dash attack trying to connect through, fighting through the poison cloud, so we'll eat a little bit of damage for it. But there's a forward smash to knock him to the other side of the stage. 100% now, and he'll be patient with the recovery. Now the up air's underneath. SWE trying to stay low here. Caught now on the platform. Tries to dip down for that down air. Unable to do so. Patui will land once more. Down B trying to snipe him out. Another chance here, but he dips too low.
And he
gets spiked for it. EvilMelon clutches up.
Beautiful spike there. I know it's not just me, but I absolutely love spiking. It's so satisfying. I do believe this is my game though, so I'm gonna have my other shoutcaster friend come up and take my spot for me. Don't bite him or anything. All right, talk to y'all later.
Well, we'll get to see Void in that next set, but what a series between EvilMelon and SWE, and he's absolutely right. Those spikes are extra satisfying. Satisfying was the perfect adjective to use in that instance. And now joining me is, I believe you're muted. Sorry. Oh wait, no. Nico. Yes. So Nico. All right. Sorry, Nico, you're joining us on stage here as now we can see Void play, Void Soda, and going in set number 3. Now the series tied at 2 points apiece. This next matchup is worth 3 points, and so I guess we'll see who Void ends up playing against here from the side of Lake Stevens.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering because Void has a lot of experience with a lot of the characters. He's been playing for quite a while, but I wonder how he deals with, because lately, most of the times in our friendlies or meetups, it's mostly like heavies. He's mostly playing against heavies, like K-Rule, or sometimes like someone lighter, but it's mostly K-Rule, so I'm wondering how he's going to deal with lighter characters. Because he's more used to with body, with super armor and whatnot.
And Lake Stevens has not necessarily the heaviest of characters. I mean, Plant, which we just saw, but you got a lot of light characters, like you mentioned. Jigglypuff's still in the lineup. I believe Cloud's still hanging around there. Steve for If Dude, another potential pick for them. So we'll see that get to pan out here. We see now on screen, looks like it's going to be Strike versus Void. The Game & Watch going into the Sephiroth here. And on paper, for me, I feel like Void, this is a favorable matchup, because what's one thing that Game & Watch really struggles with, it's the disjoints. And swords, that distance really means a lot.
Oh, yeah. I feel like with one of our players who plays Game & Watch, Void has a lot of experience of like keeping him away with his sword, just always poking at him and whatnot, and just abusing his range with the sword. And he always does a good job at that. So far, they're both just stumbling a little bit.
So matchup experience key here, and now you get to kind of see that play through as things relatively even off the start here, both kind of mid-high percents here, but I think notably both these characters kind of fall in that lighter category in terms of weight class. Game & Watch, I believe, one of the 4 lightest characters in the game, hanging around 4th place, I think, and Sephiroth, despite his size and stature, very, very light.
Yeah, Void has been like, oh my god, how? I'm a giant guy. How am I the same weight as Jigglypuff? That's crazy.
Well, things still even off the start here. Both still looking for that strong kill option, and Strike might find it here off the down smash. That one very scary of being back to the ledge, though. How does he get out of the corner? One of the things about Game & Watch that makes this character so strong, very solid defensive options, and so if Void doesn't keep his distance, things like forward tilt, up tilt, a lot of damage can be racked on very quickly.
Yeah, I could easily kill him like, very easily. No, don't touch his kill there. Use the range with match. Oh, and there it is, dig. To forward smash.
Yep, got the down smash there. We see down smash land a couple of times, but that one specifically grounding them, one of the few moves that actually grounds you in this game, and so just an easy follow-up. That one nearly a shield break though off of Void's own down smash, but unable to find it quite there. Got the 9, didn't land it though, couldn't quite get that hitbox, and so Void's still looking for a way back into this game. Strike not making it any easier.
He's just struggling to get a good hit in right now. All he needs is more hit, forward air, up air, just something. Back air maybe? Oh, yeah, back air. Kill at his range.
Ooh, wow, actually, the small hitbox of Game & Watch actually kind of betraying Void there. Had the good read of the up smash, just covering a ton of space, but Strike able to roll around it, and that sword doesn't cleanly follow through. But that up B covering the distance will catch Strike.
Oh, yeah. Look at what he does now that they're both at equal terms, or equal. Oh, another dig.
That's a huge down smash. That recovery right into the down smash to bury them again. And every smash attack is going to have knockback, but when you're buried too, I believe it's a little bit more.
Yeah, it is a lot more on when you're buried. I've noticed that he's using projectiles a lot, but he hasn't been using his neutral B. Like, I forgot what it's called, but the red explosive, the blue explosive, and the nuke.
Oh yes, the explosive flame or explosive flare. That's I don't remember the name exactly. That was huge.
Cancel.
That cancel so key. And I was gonna say, you talked about the use of the projectiles got mitigated early. We saw Strike land one third of the bucket, right? Catching that side B. And I think Void has then, ever since, stopped using the projectiles, but now bringing it out here on last stock to try and bring things back. And Sephiroth, with Rage, one of the scariest characters, certainly able to make this comeback, but Strike, again, not making it any easier. And it will be 3 for 3 on the berry to forward smash. Strike takes game 1.
That was rough. That down smash that caught him. I thought Blackwing would be a little bit more helpful here because Blackwing has a lot of properties like just giving an extra jump and having some super armor on like smash attacks and whatnot could have helped him a little bit.
Well, I think the problem, while having the Blackwing is good, the stage selection didn't end up helping out here. Nowhere to run to with that extra jump, and so while you can kind of stall yourself out on those recoveries, at the end of the day, you do have to land.
And that's kind of tough with Game & Watch. Could like do so many things about that. Just either down smash, grab, or
dash attack covers a decent amount of space too. So a lot of options for Strike to try and kind of counter that. So knowing that now, I believe Void gets the counter pick in terms of stage selection here. You think what stage do you think they'll go for?
I think he might go for either Smashville or Kalos, maybe, because he tends to like the platforms, but not like in the middle, like how it usually is on Small Battlefield or PS2. He tends to like them when they're at the edge or.
Kalos could be interesting. We talked about it a little bit earlier because we did see it earlier this set, right? But the fact that Lucario was able to wall clean up the side. Sephiroth, one of the few characters, you use that forward air, they stab the stage, you can stay there for an extra second. Although, against Game & Watch, a little bit scary. Game & Watch does have some good edge guard options. We go to Battlefield instead, so plenty of platforms now to weave around, forcing more interactions, and still a decent stage for Sephiroth considering how much distance that sword covers.
Oh, yeah. They'll be able to shard through some of the platforms with this down air if he chooses to do that, because down air does shard through platforms. Constantly hitting over and over again. Counter. Oh, it's not really a counter, though. It's like a counter and an attack.
It really is one of the few traits of Sephiroth, that counter, that down B. If it lands, it is a strong counter move, but if it doesn't, the hitbox of it still comes out, just with no added knockback to it. 5 actually landing there and racking up some damage, and the forward air will catch perfectly positioned right on that ledge, nowhere else for Void Soda to go.
Oh, Lord. I think if he full charged, they would have broken the bomb.
Right, yeah, that extra charge of the up B, throwing out the multi-hits as well, would have been able to potentially clash with it, but not that time around.
Yeah. Up air, oh, this is scary. To be in the air against Game & Watch. It's up air. Ooh, forward smash landing.
Strong there too, off of a Game & Watch down air, so you felt like, okay, there's an opportunity to punish, and they get the sweet spot too, right? Sephiroth, that sweet spot kind of at the edge of the sword, but not the very edge.
Not the, just near them. Once again, really scary. Building up damage of up air. Now Blackwing's in the mix, and I wonder if Blackwing can now be a little bit more abused since there's platforms he can run to.
Again, so close to that shield break. In some way, somehow.
This is the down smash. This is the forward smash.
What a sequence. Down smash berries, but again, it was the outside edge of it, so forward smash.
He tried. Oh, the bait!
And that was a huge play again. And we talked about it, right? The fake charge of the neutral B comes in clutch. Down smash doesn't kill this time around, though.
Oh, he saves him.
Saved by the neutral B. Also land, and the up smash will do it. And all of a sudden, back to one stock apiece. Tie game.
Oh, what a train. What a roller coaster of emotions there. Oh, my Lord.
The action in this game and in this series just turns so quickly, and now basically a dead even game once more. We'll find their opener. It looks like it's Void right now. They've got control of center stage.
Yep, where he wants to be without using that range. Both trying to find some sort of opening. Oh, getting a little scary here.
find their way back in.
All three.
Caught him with the side B off of that down air punish. But he's able to bucket it.
Bucket.
That's a lot of damage that can be used.
Oh,
that covers a
9!
long distance. 9 won't land here. Tried to use it. I love the attempt there, but Void Soda's able to avoid it. And now, once again, 3% difference. So close between these two.
Yeah, really close. I feel like right as he saw bucket came out, he was a bit more. Oh, back air! Oh my lord.
And the pop-off from Nooksack, the teammates all over it. Love to see this, and we're going to game 3. And that was a clutch combo. Back throw, not typically used unless you're just trying to go for edge guards with Sephiroth. But the key there, the follow-up into sweet spot of back air.
Oh my lord. That was nice. That was smooth right there. But I wonder how it's going to go now. What the map's going to be. Or if it might maybe character changes. I don't know. But
these two players, to my knowledge, I mean, this is mostly what they've been playing all year long, or at least all day long, has been these two characters.
Yeah,
so I don't expect to see a character change, but it also goes to show, again, look at the percents when this lands. Game & Watch dies at 67. I mean, take almost any other character in the game and they survive that back air. But because it's Game & Watch, because there's that, tiny bit of range on Sephiroth, and because it was the sweet spot, the perfect set aligns for them to take that stock.
Literally like the last cannon character. You can do so much damage and get so many kill confirms, yet you can just die just like that so easily.
And now we go to game 3, and Kalos, that selection, interesting stage selection here. We mentioned Kalos, very tall blast zone, so getting a KO off the top of the screen, a little bit more difficult. A lot easier to do so off the sides.
You're noticing that. It's mostly just been that side kills, never up, just mostly the sides, so I wonder how that changed. A lot of really kills that didn't kill earlier games, kill now.
And also the juggle game becomes a bit more of a factor, like in game number 1, right? With the platforms being sort of on the outside of the stage, means that things like that up air from Game & Watch that you're seeing from Strike can do a lot more damage, can really tally on that percentage. But now, another punish, that up B out of shield for Game & Watch, really strong.
Yep. Strike sending the bombs, just trying to keep them away now. Okay, Blackman's up now.
That up smash, that extra bit of shield stun shows you that's the perfect range for that sweet spot. So they'll be looking for that through the rest of the game.
I think he should be using smash attacks as much as he is, or not. Oh! He didn't aim it. Oh, Lord. What a shame.
Wanted to make that play very quickly and just didn't quite get the angle. Goes right into the stage there. Unfortunate. And now it's a substantial lead for Strike. 33% is not a lot, although he did take a stock at 67 a match ago. So maybe I might hold my words until that stock actually gets dropped. But oh my, the neutral B into the up or into the forward smash. Counter will land, so a little bit of damage tacked on back, but still Void and Strike. I mean, nearly equal percent, but Strike still with that full stock advantage.
That's all 3. Let's just hope he can start pressuring before he can bucket. Oh, nope. Oh.
Had it out for a second there, I thought. So maybe he picked up 1, but still the other 2 land, and that means that that bucket doesn't quite come online. No sweet spot required for that forward smash. That one will kill outright.
That's just confirmed.
Remember, this is for that 3-point advantage, right? Really putting the pressure on the next few players. That's going to be another berry into the forward smash.
Oh, jeez. Again, another huge lead from Strike. Only 27%, 2 stocks. Find some way in.
We talked about this in a couple of the other sets too. You can watch a character that just feels very difficult to come back from because of all the quick defensive options they have, down smash, all the forward tilts. It feels like if you overstep on that offensive play, you just eat so much damage for it, and it's something Void Soda now really can't afford as much at 48%.
Yeah, you gotta be a lot more careful. Oh, punishing the up smash, full charge. Is he? Oh, baits it out again. This time he get punished from him.
hasn't been able to really land that dash attack either. Only found shield there. That quick burst option could come in clutch, but now the neutral air lands. We wanted another aerial there with Strike, but won't be able to find it. Down air won't land either. Now Void Soda holding center stage best they can, but the wall of forward airs from Strike nearly able to find their mark. Sour spot of that down smash, unable to bury him and close out this game. Maybe another opportunity now. Up throw, looking for an opportunity. Tries to catch the landing with the dash attack. Rolls away from the down smash. Very clutch roll there. 110% on Strike to Void Soda's 92. Needs to find a way back into this game, but now he's got to find a way to land.
Oh, he tries punishing and the dig. And he misses! Again!
The spacing again, but he can't get underneath the bomb. The forward air will drop, and Strike will take game number 3.
Jeez, that was a real roller coaster of emotions. The same thing happening again with Dig. The bury on down smash, just missing it barely.
The edge of that hitbox, the fact that it can bury but won't set you up for that forward smash, but very key there for Void Soda both times in that instance to mash out. A lot of players, right, don't have that mash ability, right? When you get buried, you've got to mash every button on the controller, get as many inputs out as possible in order to try and survive, get out of that bury. And a lot of people actually end up dropping stocks because they buffer some sort of input out of it. But very key for them to just simply jump out of it and get away from that scenario to survive. But unfortunately, unable to take that set. And now, Lake Stevens has the 5-2 scoreline lead.
Yep.
So now, with that third set going in Lake Stevens' favor, 2 sets remain, and these are the ones of the most point value. So there's a lot of emphasis now on these next 2 sets, because if Lake Stevens wins, makes it 9-2, then Nooksack would be out. Nooksack must win this next one in order to keep themselves alive in this playoff bracket. But they do get counter pick based off of the tag of the player that Lake Stevens opts to send in.
Game & Watch and Jigglypuff, both very light characters with very high kill potential.
Interesting to see here. So Ultra stepping into the ring here on the Jigglypuff. Again, a character that we don't frequently see anymore. A couple of players have that, have had good runs on Jigglypuff. You do see them occasionally, but it's not a very frequent character, I'd say. Meanwhile, Dino stepping in on their Game & Watch. So a little bit, again, of that familiarity of, hey, they've got a Game & Watch on their team, so how do you deal with that now if you're Ultra?
Yeah. Not used to this, but so far starting off with Nair, just Nair combos over and over again. Keeps on hitting it. Keeps on spacing it. Nair, just keep on consistently hitting that Nair. Has a huge hitbox. It is ridiculous how big that hitbox on Nair is. But Ultra is finding a way in.
Able to find a way in, get some good damage online here. Puff, a very interesting character, right? Just so many jumps and so intricate in their kit. Weird hitbox on down smash there, sending Puff up, but Ultra able to DI and survive. Neutral air key there, but he doesn't hold shield long enough. Down air will land. Puff, again, one of the lightest characters like in the game, as you mentioned, but able to string together aerials just like that, and that's going to be the key. How many opportunities do they get to string together those aerials and keep that percent relatively even?
Oh, and he doesn't make it, barely. Jeez. But he's still at a very high percent. He's going to kill here with just a bomb or up smash and whatnot. Up the chair and takes the stock. Not much of a big lead here, 5.3%.
Despite both characters being lightweights in terms of the full cast and the full roster, it feels like this matchup is very double-edged sword, because Ultra, in order to win this, has to go in, and that's exactly what Game & Watch wants, with all those quick defensive options. Puff, you have to pick and choose very carefully, and that's what Ultra's doing a pretty decent job of right now, but still, they are at a percent deficit here. Dino's now got the lead. They don't get the forward air out in time. That forward air of Puff, so strong, especially up close.
grab for it. All right. And that was kind of scary, though, because if Sing did land, that would have been stock.
Easy follow through. If Sing lands, you fall asleep, and it's an easy follow through into a smash attack, and especially by the ledge forward smash.
Yeah,
easy confirm there, easy kill option. So good job for Dino to hold shield, and there again catching the drift in with that up smash.
All right. At a high percent here, he killed by a lot. A little bit of damage there. Do you think it's going to be hard for Game & Watch to keep on juggling Puff with up air? Do you think it'd be a bit harder for him?
You would think, but they're doing a decent job of it. And I think it helps that they're sort of cornered themselves in that situation, right? They immediately drifted left and it made it easier. But rollout, actually, I like the play there. A move you don't see all that frequently, but hey, every character's got to land on stage at some point, and rollout allows you to cover that stage very quickly.
Yep. Even stock. Jiggly barely above. Oh, yeah, barely above.
Oh. These smash attacks are finding sour spots, and if they find a strong hitbox, it will likely be the game, and it is game one there, going to Dino.
Really, you're like consistent with hitting those up smashes, just hitting him over and over again. Those last two stocks have just been with up smash, catching him in the air.
Well, it's such a strong option in this type of matchup, with Jigglypuff being a character that's basically a balloon. They are constantly floating in that upper range, and eventually, right, Puff doesn't have any projectiles. They have to approach. That up smash is going to be extra vital in this series.
And the fact that the hitbox is literally just covered behind and in front, it's so crazy. You wouldn't expect it from behind, but I think it hits stronger from behind. So
I believe so. And one of the few up smashes, few up smashes that does. You scared me with that Ganon hover ultra. I'm gonna be honest. That would have been a wild pick. But I think we've seen one or two Ganons in bracket, maybe as pocket picks or after a series is sort of non-comebackable, right? That point spread's just too far, and so they just kind of throw out a character or two. But, it happens, and now we get to see game number 2. Dino, again, big series for Dino here to bring this back for Nooksack.
A lot of pressure on him, I bet. And he's going to start off with a good combo from Ultra. Let's grab. Trying to get combo there.
Good parry. Can't get the back air, though. If they land that first one, back air, one of the few moves that kind of turns you around, too, so they could string that into more aerials. And that wall of pain that Jigglypuff is kind of known for could have started off that instance, but unable to find that startup. And thus, we remain relatively even here. Dino at 55%, but they find the up smash, evening things out there, and no easy way to land. Even though they've got that platform in the middle, the fact that Game & Watch's up air has a kind of disjoint to it, right? Covers a decent amount of space. Means that they can stay very safe under that platform unless you get dipped down on by that back air. Good poke on that forward air as well, but won't attempt to challenge that up B.
Attack. That is such a crazy out of shield option. Up B from shield. It is so safe.
Oh, wow.
Clank.
That is crazy. That is a strong up smash that a soft hitbox of forward air just clanked with. That one is... We're gonna have to go back in the logs for that one. That one seems wild to me that traded, but either way, both players will take it. They both survive off the interaction. 120 to 114, so both players in the red, but that's the solid hitbox of back air connecting, and it's Ultra with the lead.
Ooh, parries the up smash. Oh, guessing there's a key. Trying to look for the kill now. Oh, and the chair. Ooh, a low percent here.
Forward tilt not frequently used by Dino here, but hasn't really had the opportunity to, right? With Puff being so floaty, constantly hovering just above. But that chair does cover just a little bit towards the head of that hitbox.
Maybe we'll get some decent kills with it. Yep, juggle. Roll out. Ooh, scary move.
Oh, wow, ambitious nair right there to land in as they're charging down smash. I mean, if that goes awry, that's likely the stock off the back of it. Another up B lands here. Forward air won't be able to connect, won't be able to trade either. Another rollout used, won't fall off stage this time, so Ultra keeps everything, all their resources, nothing lost in that scenario other than some stage positioning, but still able to weave things back. Can't string together that forward air either. Dino and Ultra, you can feel the tension in this matchup. Both players playing so carefully.
Oh yeah, both very careful. Except this time now, Ultra's getting the lead. Back air. Not killing though. Recovering safely. Search for that kill, but uppy.
And on the counterpart too, when Ultra, I mean, it feels like Ultra's only openings are east to west, left to right, and vice versa. When they have Dino above them, they can't really do much. That down air is just so threatening, but they do end up getting the dash attack KO, so they do have the lead.
Yep. Except Ultra's at a bit of a high percent right now. Good for game watch. We'll see if he takes it. Oh, struggling to take the stock of making a hit. Oh, get a attack. Keeps on going. Oh, the rest!
And there it is. Sing goodnight to game number 2. Ultra's taking it, and we're going once again to game 3.
Game 3. These have been really close matches. Ooh, really an ambitious Sing there. Like, ooh. If it missed, what do you think would have happened there if it missed?
I mean, Sing is one of those weird ones where you have to really wait to punish it. So Dino has his choice of options. But as we've seen, it's not necessarily that easy. I mean, you can also very easily mess up the spacing and get caught and then fall asleep again. So maybe they take the stock from it. But in that instance, you're trying to kill from sort of, you're hitting back across the stage. So maybe Puff survives. But I think the biggest story of that matchup, after the opening stocks, Dino could not land. Every combo Ultra landed. The second Game & Watch landed, forward airs or back airs, strung into more forward airs or back airs, landing neutral air, just any startup. Those aerials were connecting time and time again. And once they were knocked off stage, even though they could down air to up B to grab the ledge to get away, the fact that it was just so consistently landing and punishing, and that's where that Sing happens. They say, you're going to be right here. I know exactly what to do to end this stock. They use that up B, they catch the players sleeping, and they finish him with a forward smash.
Yeah. Really scary stuff, really complicated stuff, so much.
A lot to dissect in these matchups.
Yeah.
Really a lot. And no character swaps here. Vital game 3 once again for Nooksack, trying to keep their series alive here. Have to win this one to keep themselves in this bracket. So can they do so here? Home field advantage for the Jigglypuff in theory going to Kalos, but still a lot of distance and still, again, close blast zones on the sides, but a tall kill box off the top.
Wonder how Dino or Ultra will benefit from this. You see that Ultra getting a good lead so far. 67%, only taking 22 right now. Stuff with it. Oh, back air lands, 81% now. Racking up damage.
These edge guards are going to be so important too in this matchup, making sure your opponent cannot get back to stage. A little bit harder for Dino with all the jumps that Jigglypuff has, but if they can force them low, there's a lot of options for Game & Watch. But there, the run off forward air, forcing it the other way. Oh, ledge trump in that situation, and a roll there gets punished once again. Ultra trying to close out the stock, now forced low, but they won't be able to really cleanly challenge that down smash, only finding the ledge instead. 116 to 43 right now, and Ultra's looking for a way back to stage. They air dodge in, and that one could have been dangerous. That lingering back air, a multi-hit that could be vital in this instance.
So many hits, it lasts for so long. Oh, nice. Getting there, getting a bit easy stocks now.
What a combo that was. I mean, the forward air into up B for more damage.
Oh, back air.
Up was at 35, they jumped up to 82, but they do find a strong hit of back air there to close out that stock.
Tries to go for a down smash there, but immediately gets hit by Pound and takes down the air.
got to hold that shield a little bit longer on that down air. So again, Jigglypuff down air, so many hitboxes to it. Got to be a bit more patient with that defense. They want the punish, but they get the sting. Is this an opportunity for Resto? They'll just take the damage off the forward smash. Won't be able to kill quite yet, but he wants to have an edge guard, but they get reversed upon. It's the down air to take stock one.
All right. Oh, another sing. Trying to go for it again.
Ambitious.
Juggle now.
They take 23 for it, make that 31 off the dash attack, 2 off the catch, and even more damage. A lot of jumps already used, but they're able to fade to the corner.
Yep. Coming back safely. Only taking 42%. Both at relatively close. Oh, yep. Now they're both back at it. Close percentages here. By the second hit, it's so deceiving from Key. Like, you see the first hit, and then the second one, because like, what?
Very deceptive. As, another back air lands. Still not out of the realm of possibility. Still very close. 98 to 78. A slight advantage to Ultra. But again, with two of the latest characters in the game, things can turn on a dime, and the up smash will do it. Dino's in the lead.
Dino. High percent here, buddy. He's going to get some damage here. Getting some procs off his stock even if he loses it. All right. Back air landing. Brutal. 17% here, getting a little bit of damage, getting a little bit from that stock.
Ultra's gotten so much mileage out of those landing back airs, able to string together some damage. And again, last stock apiece here. Huge shift in momentum with those last 2 stocks being taken. Now, an up air. Maybe it's just a follow-up. They get the neutral air off the back of it. Still even 6. What a call with the side beam. They try and find the down smash, but not able to find it quite yet. 74%. This is kill range, especially for Game & Watch. With all those smash attacks, Dino, they're searching for it. They're eager to find it too, but they get down aired instead. Another follow-up with the forward air, but it will not land. Soft hitbox. Maybe a chance to follow up with the back air. They nearly get reversed by that forward air. Another down smash, but it won't bury. Forward air on the
up smash!
Up smash will do it, and Dino keeps Nooksack alive.
Oh my lord, what a struggle. Oh my lord, that was scary. Whew.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say a sigh of relief from the side of Nooksack as they are able to keep themselves alive in bracket here with a chance at semifinals on the line. It's all going to come down to this 5th and final set.
Yeah. Oh no.
What a series though between these two players, right? Ultra and Dino really pushing each other to the limits there.
So many sing kills here. This one here, so many sings landed. Wacky move to land, but I'll be up there now. The pressure is on me, dude.
You've got the 5th and final set.
Yep.
You feel ready for it?
I'm scared.
Rightfully so. This is the big stage, but hey, one step at a time. That's the key.
Yep. All right, see ya.
We'll let you get ready for that set as Void will be joining us once more for the 5th and final set. As we've got Nico stepping in for the side of Nooksack. Lake Stevens, we'll see their player momentarily. I believe it will be Ithdude. According to the lineup.
It is Ithdude, yes.
It is indeed Ithdude. Welcome back.
Hello. Glad to be back. Voice hurts a little bit, but it's all right.
Well, I mean, it is awesome to see the passion on stage, right?
Yeah.
Both sides cheering, and it has been going. If you haven't been paying attention, it's been going on all day throughout the quarterfinal, throughout round of 16, throughout these quarterfinals, and now the winner of this best of 3 books their team into the semifinals.
It's a lot. I feel like it's a lot of pressure for both sides. I'm really excited to see how this goes, though. I'm super excited.
So a look at the characters here. Nico, typically Terry, and on the flip side, Ithdude has been playing Steve, if I have my notes correct here. So a DLC matchup, and
love to see it.
Both characters very different from what we've been seeing, which is a lot of characters with lighter weight and could die very early. Both these characters absolutely pack a punch, but they also have that survivability about them.
Absolutely. No, Nico here has been playing Terry ever since last year. We had a senior on our team who was a Terry main, and in his honor picked up Terry and is now even better than he was.
That's awesome to hear.
Absolutely incredible Terry player.
Love the shout out to the homage. And now,
Ernie, if you're watching this, we love you.
shout outs to Ernie. As now that Terry, we'll see if it's enough to book Nooksack's ticket to the semifinals, or if Lake Stevens will continue the trend of upsets throughout the bracket. Game number 1, starting off on Final Destination.
I feel like this is. I feel like this could really be a good stage for Terry, especially. But I think Steve can really figure it out. I think Steve can make it work. I haven't seen a lot of Steve gameplay, nor do I play a lot of Steve, so it's not the department I am most experienced in. But I am really interested to see how this goes out.
Steve is just a character that feels very different from the rest of the cast. Right?
Absolutely.
Just the way that they have to farm those resources. You can see in the bar what blocks they have access to. Very key in a matchup like this, I feel like, to close distance for Nico, to make sure that Steve doesn't have the time to farm up those materials. Those materials also get stronger over time, but that setup can be so deadly. No tech, but still not enough damage online for them to really get the full brunt of that knockback. Maybe a chance to follow up here. Walked across the stage here. It dude looking for a way to take that stock. Love the idea to set that up into the up smash, but Nico able to survive.
I will say, this is, from what I'm seeing, it's really interesting to see how this Steve is able to just, basically change the stage by building blocks to get into different areas that seem basically unimaginable to get into. So it's really interesting to see Ifdude here play that out. And speaking of Ifdude, does pick up the first stock on Nico with, I believe, was it down smash?
Down smash there. The lava covering both sides, and a very key stock to take. One of the biggest part about Terry is that go meter. That go comes online at 100%, and the second they get it, they have access to moves that do insane amounts of knockback, but they are very committal, and so you have to be careful if you're Nico in those instances. Still doesn't have access to it till 100%, and he will not need it to take that first stock off the board of Ifdude. Ifdude with no real resources here, but that back air allows them to farm up just a tad bit.
Absolutely. And on the topic of not needing Go Meter to kill, I noticed he did kill with the classic jab power dunk. There's a reason it's used so much. It's just so good.
A very solid combo.
We do see Steve take a stock off of Nico there, though. Both had some pretty low percents. Nico's taking a bit of damage from down special and side special. Interesting up B from Steve there. I'm not sure
Well, up B
is a viable thing to do. I don't see a lot of Steve. I'm not entirely.
It is and it isn't. It's sort of, it's like worse Pikachu quick attack.
Oh!
The block betrays him
with his own setup.
Set it up to try and bait Nico in, and Nico said, I'm not having any of it. Get that out of here. And now, all of a sudden, it's a tie game, and we talked about characters as comeback factors, but will that forward smash be enough? Yes, it will. Ifdude denying the opportunity and taking game 1 of this series and is one step closer to the semifinals.
Oh, man. I feel like Jared just might be really, Eco might just be really feeling that pressure, but it happens to all of us. We all feel that pressure going up onto there, and everybody just needs to remember, you just got to play it out like it's a normal game.
Very important here, that diamond, right? Got the opportunity towards the end of that stock to immediately pick up that diamond equipment. The equipment, by the way, I forget the rankings of them all at the moment, but Diamond is the best of them. So that added knockback playing a factor in that last sequence, in that forward smash. So
I believe gold tools do the same damage and knockback as diamond tools. They just have less durability.
Just have, I see. So
diamond is a direct upgrade, but...
Right, but in terms of the actual damage and knockback, still
are the same.
Okay. Well, either way here, We go to game 2. We go to PS2, very frequently used stage, but
Old classic PS2.
old classic. And so far, slight advantage to Nico here in terms of percent. They're trying to keep Dude in the corner here, and a back here will sort of reset things, but doing a good job of closing the distance.
Absolutely, yeah. Ooh, does hit him with the down special though. That's a really interesting move to use. It doesn't hit a whole lot from what I've seen. It's hard to get a good hit with it, but when you do, it does a lot of damage.
Terry, one of the characters too that just does. It feels like the game plan's a little simplified at times, right? It feels like this is a character that you win neutral 3 times, and then that 4th one will likely get you the KO. But it's a little bit more difficult than that in a matchup like this. As they get dragged off. Oh, footstool reversal, and Dude will fall. Nico survives with Go Meter.
Just barely getting out of that. Insane play from Nico there. And he's just farming clips today, it looks like.
Will die to the forward smash, but the message was sent.
Message was sent.
We'll see if it's enough to carry them forward. Jab, jab, power dunk. Quick 43, well, more like 30. Had about 11% with that percent combo.
Yeah, but about 30% roughly.
Still, and landing it twice gets Steve up to that relative kill percentage now. And maybe, tech off the platform, off of the block there, allows them to reverse and get a little bit more damage. That jab, jab, power dunk will not kill quite yet. Low on blocks as well, so nowhere to run to. A 4th or 5th will land and kill, and Nico grabs the lead.
Absolutely. He did have a very big percent lead from Nico being at 45 and Iftud being at a little over 100, 115-ish maybe. Does die to that. I believe that was down tilt, and the jab, jab, power down. I do see him do that a lot. He does love to kind of add, that the little extra poking damage. You never know when it can come in handy.
That down tilt so useful too. The fact that it can combo into things like that. Although you do have the time to get your shield up, it's not always as easy as it seems. Stalling out there, using the neutral bead despite not having any blocks, just kind of keeping that momentum in play, just kind of mixing up the pace of that recovery so that Nico doesn't know exactly where to go. But there they get stuffed out. Can they still grab this ledge? They're able to Weaver on the down smash. Iftud just barely mistiming it. Go Meter online here too means that Iftud is in a world of hurt, but they're able to survive. Nico able to land once again. Looking for an opportunity. Tries to go for Buster Wolf and gets grabbed instead. Up throw will not kill off the top. 170 dash attack though will do the trick, and Iftud gives themselves a chance here. 1 stock apiece.
Nico does have a very big percent lead, though. I still feel like this is absolutely an advanced game, but looks like I was wrong. Nico does take that win from Iftud there, making the score 1-2-1, meaning this is going into round 3, and this is the absolute last fight of the quarterfinals.
Last match of the quarterfinals here. Game number 3, Nico versus Iftud. And what a series this has been. Back and forth between you two all day, between Lake Stevens and Nooksack, and I don't think it could end any other way. I feel like I've seen a couple of matches played out today that feel exactly like this. It is just back and forth. So close is every single team in this bracket.
Absolutely. And it's hard to have players and teams that are just, like outright better than another team, especially because, we're all in high school. So haven't had a lot of time to really get used to it. But it's interesting to see a lot of players really putting that commitment and effort into their character and trying to just master them as much as possible, rather than just playing an online quick play every now and then and just hoping to improve from that. They really add that dedication to their character and just really want to make them the best that they can.
It is interesting to see, I've covered a lot of college and a little bit of high school, and it feels like the trend now more than ever is pick one character, stick with them as long as you can. Then once you figure out one character, then maybe go to a pocket pick. But now we are seeing a pocket selection come into play here.
Oh my gosh.
Hero making an appearance, so still a DLC battle. But for Dude, can he be the hero of this series, or will Nico get the win for Nooksack?
I didn't even notice that he picked hero. Completely honest. I was drinking my water. Oh man. We do have a JV player that plays hero, and Nico has gone against him quite a bit. So he is familiar with this matchup. So I'm really interested to see how that plays out. If he will be able to. Oh my gosh, brain farting right now. If he'll be able to capitalize off of not falling for certain tricks that Hero has on his sleeve.
The biggest part about Hero, right? That MP, that meter, every spell that they use is downbeats that menu, but every single one of them costs MP as well as Hero's recovery, that uppy that they can charge. So every special using a little bit of that meter means that they have to have some of it in order to recover or do some of their most powerful moves, including that neutral B. That neutral B, very strong, and crits on the down smash. Oh my goodness. A 1 in 10 chance, I believe, on that smash attack to... I mean, it can basically misfire like Luigi. That is an insane statistic, but still, either way, it will take the first stock here. So Nico, once again, forced to make a comeback.
I quit Team Fortress 2 to avoid random crits.
Well, at 166, though,
saved by the
should be able to deal this stock away quickly if they can find something strong. That neutral will not do the trick. Down tilting at the ledge. Terry, one of the few characters that will automatically face your opponent, but still doesn't have a spell ready. Won't be able to punish. What an air dodge at the very last moment. They're able to turn around and get the down B off the back of it, which means we're back to a tied game.
It's anyone's game. I have no idea who's going to win this. It's genuinely so close. They're both so committed to their characters and both put so much effort into mastering them that they both just end up being so good against each other. And it's a great match to watch. And two incredible players duking it out for a title. Oh wow! Cancels the magic burst, and now Ifdu does not have any MP. That was great play. Barely survives the jab power dunk confirm. Oh my goodness.
You can feel the tension, not only between the teams, but between the players. The nerves are kicking in. They feel the pressure of this match. They want to keep their bracket chances alive. They don't want the season to end right here and now. Dude at 169, holding on for dear life on the second stock, and he almost is able to turn things around. Crit will help deal damage to Nico, 74% right now. But there's the jab power dunk, but he falls out of it. Good DI there to fall out of that multi-hit combo. Maybe a chance, and he'll take him down with you. The kamikaze spell means we're tied at 0.
Oh no. One of the really rare situations where kamikaze is a good move to use, because Ifdude was so much higher in percent than Nico was that using kamikaze just evens out the game, and that is already a much better situation than going against someone at 50 when you're at 160.
A gutsy play, and it ties things up. And now it is a substantial lead for Nico, 41-99, but there's so many kill moves in the kit of this hero. Can they find one? Another down smash, doesn't land. Kaboom, but they're able to side B away from it. There's another jab power dunk, does not find the stock yet. 123.
Hero is a lot beefier than most people would expect. Hero can survive some pretty big hits, weirdly enough.
Doesn't go for the oomph here, trying to hold shield.
Power dunk.
Another one, gets the screen, doesn't die to top quite yet. Surviving at 150, holds the ledge here. Can he get away? Nico pressuring in the corner once more, throwing out the jabs. He gets the parry, gets the turnaround, but again, they are knocked out. Accelerate, rolls away. Kaboom will only find shield. Sizz won't land either. Trying to find that last hit here. Nico holding on here, looking for an opening. Dash attack, brute force will book their ticket to the semifinals.
Oh, I would be screaming right now, but I don't think I should do that into a microphone. Oh my goodness. I cannot display my joy for Nico there, absolutely putting in the effort, and just they were scuffling so much. They were both so like nervous to approach because they both could easily die. Hero was at a very high percent. It could easily die to any of Terry's confirms, especially jab, jab, power dunk. And Terry, while not being at super high percent, being around 80 to 90, you know, it's Hero. You could die at 0 if you got really unlucky, so anything could happen. And that kamikaze play to even up the game, quite possibly one of the most cinematic games I have ever seen in my life. That should absolutely be the trailer for Smash Bros. Ultimate, is this cinematic masterpiece right here.
What a series between Nooksack and Lake Stevens High School, and in the end, Nooksack survives and advances on in the bracket with off the back of Nico's play there, the dash attack to close things out. What a game. I mean, an incredible series to watch. And now